Antacids are one of the worst medications ever invented. Most people think that they have all this acid in their stomach and it's all just popping up out of nowhere. Your stomach just doesn't sit there with a pool of acid. That's not how it works. When you eat something, it triggers the cells to start making acid. Well, you have two sphincters on the stomach. You have this sphincter between the esophagus and the stomach, and you have a sphincter at the bottom. When you eat food, it goes down, and your pH in your stomach is supposed to be a 1 to a 2. That's extremely acidic. Literally will melt through the floor, right? Very, very acidic. That's what's supposed to happen. And then when that food goes from your stomach into your small intestine, it hits a very basic solution. It hits bile and pancreatic juices that take that pH from a 1 to a 7.3 to a 7.4-ish. And it's that instantaneous change in pH that releases all these nutrients. There's all these hormone reactions that happen. All these things come into play to get the nutrients from the food and get that over into the liver, right? That's normal, right? And so when you take an antacid, you're literally neutralizing the acid in your stomach. And so you're raising that pH to a 4, 5, 6, 7, right? Once it gets to a 7, then people start having this stuff they call silent reflux. It's a whole different thing. But a pH above 3 starts opening that esophageal sphincter. And now it doesn't take that much pressure to get stuff to go back up into the esophagus. Well, a pH of 4.5 burns like fire. How do I know that? When was the last time you chugged a soda, right? pH of a soda is around 4.5, and that burns like fire going down the esophagus, right? So if a pH is 4, right, in your stomach, let's just call it 4.5, same as what basic sodas are. That food then goes into the small intestine, gets hit with a pH higher than that. The pH doesn't go from a 4 to a 7. Now it goes from a 4 to a 10, let's say. And the same chemical reactions don't take place. The nutrients aren't released. That now you are a quintessential overfed, undernourished human. And the weight gain starts, and you can't stop it. You can't lose it because you've screwed up how the physiology of the stomach works by taking the antacid.